right, shalom. Most High in Christ, bless. Happy Sabbath to everybody tuning in. All praises to the Most High in Christ. We're back again live with another topic, of course. You folks make sure you have your 1611 King James Bible. Make sure that you're taking notes. Make sure that you are at least trying to get some type of scriptorial knowledge within your mind, because a lot of times when we do the topics, a lot of people are sitting back, they're eating corn chips, drinking their little Kool-Aid or whatever the case it may be. And then when it comes time to realize, oh, let me apply something that I, out of the Bible that I, learned, it misses you. And so you want to know how to be prosperous in your goings and in your doings. You want to understand how to operate in situations according to the Bible. It would allow you to escape a lot of the pitfalls that is attacking our people, okay? And our people are still underneath high-level demonic forces, attacks, okay? Not just from the government that we're trapped in, whatever government you're in. We are trapped behind a system, all-inclusive. That means I don't care if you growed up in China. I don't care if you growed up in Iraq, Europe, Africa. All of these places, our people are still trapped within a system, trapped within doctrines, which will not allow us to rise up. Do y'all understand what rise up really mean? Because the so-called white man is clear in his doings. You seen what he did. He all the little videos you see, we're fighting for freedom. And in their cars, they was finding artillery, weapons, all kind of things, all right? And they were mounting together. They still doing it. You don't realize that? This is not over with. There's going to be wars, all right? One realm against another realm. Race wars, riots, and you're going to have a people that are going to be in disarray. This was the Bible. The Bible already taught us this, all right? Now, why is that so important? Because we showed y'all last night. I hope y'all can y'all hear us? Let us know if you can hear us. We showed y'all last night. The purpose of showing last night's class, for some people who just missed it, it blew right over everybody's heads. The so-called white man, when he believes something, he gets active. Ain't no question about it. He's going to get active when he believes something. But you have our people who say they believe in God, but will not activate. So what does that mean to us? What does that mean to you? To see that you belong to a nation of people who are just talking. You'll get busy on your own nation. We're going to show it. You'll get busy all day. Kill a nigga doctrine. Listen to it on the radio. Kill, kill, kill. Murder, death, kill. You'll get busy behind the so-called white man's money. Oh, it's time to activate for the Lord? Bruh, I'm sorry. Can't really activate right now. The white man. Gotta do things on this end first. But when the day of anarchy hits, which is the day of the Lord, when the Lord activates, it don't matter if you at your little mediocre job. It don't matter if you believe in democracy. It will not matter if you think that Christianity means let's all stand up and pray. In that day, when that lightning shineth from the east into the west, you will have no place to hide, not even the grave. You can't kill yourself. That's how crazy people are going to get. You won't even be able to kill yourself on that day. You're going to receive the judgment for disobedience. The whole earth, all of creation is nervous when the Most High activate his Christ. Nothing will be able to stand. This is why you're trying to learn order. This is why we keep pushing order, 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 order. Understand commandments. Because he's talking about laws, statutes, commandments. It's order. If you learned anything from the so-called white man when he was doing his proceedings and they came unglued, what was Nancy Pelosi doing? Order, gentlemen, order. She was beating her little gavel down, screaming at him. They get the fighting in there. And what did she do? Bailiff, Get them out of here. This is supposed to be a place of law and order. They keep telling you that because what they know is laws and order holds together a nation, but we are the lawless people. When I say the lawless people, I'm talking about you so-called blacks, you so-called Hispanic natives, man. It's fathers of Negroid and Indian descent, the biblical Israelites, who are the group of people who are the most lawless people on the face of the earth when it comes to dealing with each other. You follow so-called white man orders to the T. Some of y'all don't. Some. Let's just talk about it. Some people don't. Some people are just a lawless person all the way across the board with anything. Those are the beast men and the beast women that's running around on the earth right now. You don't realize that Most High got a shadow following them. They just instituting judgments. Let's open up with the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4. We're not going to be too long today. We got to put together the biblical calendar and all kind of stuff. We're doing other works. It's many other classes for you ignorant folks out there. Just go online or whatever you got to do. There's many other classes that you can. I'm pretty much sure you missed like 9/10 of what we were saying in that. All right. But when you're learning online, this is why we opened up a Discord page for you folks out there. You can get on there. You can ask biblical questions on that page so that you can stabilize in the doctrine. We see what instability does. You got people online talking about all kind of things. Social media is madness. Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 14.
The book of Jeremiah. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 4 and verse 14. O Jerusalem.
O Jerusalem. When we talk about O Jerusalem, a city is nothing without its people. All right? There's no, they say they going to all these different places or whatever, to different planets, supposedly. There's nothing without its people. So when they say O Jerusalem, it's talking about the holy people, the people who's supposed to govern existence in righteousness. O Jerusalem, come on.
Wash thine heart from wickedness.
So wash your heart from wickedness. How does one wash his heart from wickedness? Put in the comment boards. There's a precept. Somebody, when they say wash, what does it mean? Somebody give me the precept. No, everybody at the same time. There we go. There we go. If see by y'all, you folks out there in the land of technology, that's what I'm gonna call it right now. You should be wanting to come together because everybody coming together you give strength. If you was in here, you could have heard maybe 3 or 4 brothers run off precepts. In your mind, you could be like, oh wow, they didn't say so many precepts. You miss things like that. Read it again.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 4 and verse 14. O Jerusalem, wash thine heart from wickedness.
Wash your heart from wickedness. Wickedness is against anything you doing against what the Most High said is righteousness. And you know that you're doing it. That would be considered wickedness. That's willful sin. Come on.
That thou mayest be saved.
That thou mayest be saved. Because everybody run around talking about Jesus saved me. Well, you don't realize Christ is not going outside of the Bible. He's not going outside of this. His doctrine is not his. It's his who sent them. So if that's the case, read it again.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 4 and verse 14. O Jerusalem, wash thine heart from wickedness, that thou mayest be saved. How long shall thy vain thoughts lodge within thee?
How long will your vain thoughts lodge within thee? What's vain is really believing that you can operate outside of how the Most High said to and still end up receiving what in your mind, in your vain thoughts, receive blessings, because that's how it works. Somebody operating in all kind of weirdness, and then really would have the audacity to say that God is blessing them. Really, I mean, that's true. How does that work? How could you fix your mouth to believe that you are in the midst of blessings when you're not operating how thus saith the Lord God said to operate? One thing that sets people apart, you got many Israelite groups, man. You got many groups reading this Bible. You got groups in China reading this book. All across Africa, Europe, all across the world, they're reading this book. They're reading this. What separates the people from reading this is the commandments. But then what separates the commandments is how you operate within the commandments. That's the difference. How you operate within God's laws. This is going to separate people. All right? So anybody can pick this book up and read it, but to understand it with wisdom, knowledge, add it there too, that's when you start to really know how to escape pitfalls of what our people are in. And this book will ultimately show you how to come together and how to build and how to extend yourself to righteousness. Rather, and let me say this too. We have to make this statement. We've been doing this for quite a long time, considering to a person's life. What would that be? 1/16 of a person's life right now. We've been doing this, and you have brothers who've been doing it longer. The pitfalls that we see is that when somebody's new in this, if you've been in this from 6, we keep saying it, maybe 6 years down, you're still considered new. You still considered trying to grasp some core principles of how your walk should be. Then in that mind state, you should then take your time and then understand, okay, let me learn something. Let me see how the Most High is going to operate in my life for me to be able to learn. That's not happening to our people because inside the truth and outside, we see the same modes of operation. We seen it, man. We seen it how it's destroyed. We see great zeal fizzle completely out. We've seen that. Imagine you like your zeal level is up. Oh, I want to do what thus saith the Lord. Return back, got my fringes on, everything. Oh wow, you know what? I'm wearing my skirts and got my head wrap. My head wrap matches a couple of colors of my dress. You know, got me a little shawl to throw over, and my earrings is gonna match my fringes. Yeah, we seen all that. We seen just as much as that fizzled completely out. Ask some of these brothers, man. Ask the ministers. Ask them. A lot of times people think that we just throwing stuff out there, but no, be in this walk for some time, and you will see some things. Let's read it again.
Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 14. O Jerusalem,
come on,
wash thine heart from wickedness.
The only way you can be washed is through the word, man. The words make you clean. Come on.
That thou mayest be saved.
Come on.
How long shall thy vain thoughts lodge within thee?
Come on.
For a voice declared from Dan and published affliction from Mount Ephraim.
You understand Dan is scattered? That's why it's using similitudes like this. Do you understand Mount Ephraim, that they were cast off? So when somebody read this, they're just reading it regularly like, oh, voice published from Dan. You don't even understand biblical principles because our people are scattered. That's why it's using those two. Dan in disarray. From Mount Ephraim, scattered, dislodged from Israel completely. Sad. Jump to verse 18.
Verse 18. Thy way and thy doings have procured these things unto thee.
So from being scattered and being disobedient, it has made these things happen to us, meaning you lost not only just your land, your nationality, your heritage, your pride, your national pride. You know how people got pride? People are more proud in America than it is for their own nation. You lost the pride of your nation. Only thing you have that you hold pride to is talking about culture. How stupid is that? It's just the cult. We're doing it for the culture. Anybody can have culture. Don't you see they got now Chinese rappers? We showed y'all that. The sports world. Yeah, everything. But you just have not realized you have been discontinued from your heritage, as the scripture says. Come on.
This is thy wickedness, because it is bitter.
This is thy wickedness, because it's bitter. On side of that, in your notes, put wormwood, okay? Building y'all up for that topic. Come on.
Because it reacheth into thine heart.
Because it reacheth into the heart. What is the heart? The mind, according to what? Mark 7:21. Right. Right. Put it in your notes. Put it in your notes. Come on.
Verse 19. My bowels, I am pained at my very heart.
Come on.
My heart maketh a noise in me. I cannot hold my peace, because thou hast heard, O my soul, the sound of the trumpet, the alarm of war.
So this is something that was promised to us be put into our minds. If you don't have that voice of the trumpet, if you don't hear that trumpet call, then you're not in truth. Once you hear that trumpet call, you hear that alarm. It's like an alarm goes off and you go into a different mode. The Most High poured a spirit upon you. You start to care about your nation again. Then once you care about your nation, you start really understanding, wait a minute, we got a way that we supposed to operate. But sometimes the nation operates on high-level emotions instead of operating. And let me say, emotions is not crying and everything else. We can showcase that in the scripts. Emotions is your ability to say, I don't want to listen to the Bible no more, and move everything to the side. That's when you're in danger. Come on.
Verse 20. Destruction upon destruction is cried, for the whole land is spoiled. Suddenly are my tents spoiled, and my curtains in a moment. So
when it says your tents, it's talking about your gates. When it's talking about your curtains, what is it talking about? What? Put in the comments. It's talking about curtains. Why is the tents spoiled? We know the tents, that's your gates. And it's saying your curtains. Put in the comment boards. Come on, read on.
Verse 21. How long shall I see the standard?
How long shall I see the standard? What standard is this? Year after year, month after month, day after day, hour after hour, we consistently see nothing but deaths. The nation in distress. I put up on my page, I said, look at this dummy. You have a guy on there on Fox News, as usual, where they find these guys at. He up there talking about, 400 years ago, people came here to be free. Do you see how detached? You got to really, it's just, the level of our people being detached is because of this place. Make no mistake about it. But you got to, who's to blame? Can you really go and say, let me just blame the so-called white man when it's you that refuse to return back to truth? At some point, we'll never be able to do that. That's why judgment's going to first start with the house of God. Start with us. And make no mistake about it, these people know who we are. They're silencing the truth. Okay? How long shall I see the standard? Come on.
And hear the sound of the trumpet.
And hear the sound of the trumpet. How long are you going to keep hearing the sound of the trumpet before you really activate and understand how to return? Now, we on this side of what this man calls his New Year's. We're going to show you something. Give me some clips. Show you something. Pick one. That's how sad it is. Meet a child, the two little children. Watch this. That seemed to touch people. Any one of them. It is let me get it for you. Lord's will, we get the we take our technology up a bit and start to really kind of show y'all this kind of the back office of how things really work. And then all of you can start doing this. All right. It is, hang on, there we go. I'm going to show y'all this little, I always want to show y'all this. Go to NBC4 Columbus. Show you how the nation is just in disarray. Yeah.
A heartbreaking start to the new year for a local mother. Her two young daughters, police say, were shot and killed by their father, who then took his own life. And tonight, we are learning more about those little girls. NBC4's Eric Halperin is live in Columbus tonight. And Eric, what is that mom saying about her daughters?
Jennifer, she's still trying to process everything that's gone on, so she says it's too soon to talk on camera, but she did tell me about the extremely special relationship her daughters had. These pictures give just a small glimpse into the young lives of Elise and Ava Williams. Their mom, Venetia Kirkland, shared the photos. Elise, 6 years old. Ava, 9 years old. The sisters were extremely...
So let's just think about this. Imagine you being a mother, and now you wake up one morning, and the man that you have been dealing with, has executed your two little girls and killed himself. Now there's no retribution. It's just done. Everything in disarray. That's why she's still trying to process. Now, why did we show that? Because shouldn't it be the new year, like new starts? Let's start new. So everybody say, it's the new year, let's start new. But yet, look at how things are going. This is just one instance. It could be you. This is just one instance. This is why we consistently push to return back to order, keeping commandments, understanding how the Most High operates. Because when you are outside of that, now all the spirits attacking you. You don't know if he was depressed. You don't know what happens. You don't know if he's on medications. You don't know what any of the conglomerate of things that can happen to a person to send a person over the edge for that person to do that. That person was sick in the mind. That man was sick. And I will be willing to bet anyone that all the signs was right there in front of him. Now he pulls a heinous crime. I don't care who the nationalities or whatever. If you operating on a spirit of murder, that's not what the Most High is telling you to do. None of that. None of those attributes is of the Most High. The Most High controls it. He removed the hedge. Once the hedge is removed, anything can happen. Now your situation is terminal. Those spirits is going right back to the Most High. That's horrible. But we keep saying keep commandments. We keep saying follow laws. That's one of the reasons. Give me another video. The video was low. Just try to raise it up. Give me another video. Let's see. WJZ. Yeah, try it. See if it's low now, y'all.
We have new information tonight related to the first Baltimore homicide of 2021. Officers have made an arrest. Lakeria Dowdy is charged with murder after police say she stabbed a woman on North Stricker Street yesterday morning. Dowdy is now being held in central booking where she's waiting to see a court commissioner. Police identified the victim as Tiffany Wilson. They say she suffered from multiple stab wounds and died at the scene.
Go ahead. Yeah. What type of spirit did y'all see on that? Yeah, put it in the comments. We ain't even gonna say nothing. You seen the picture. You seen the picture and everything else. What type of spirit was on them? I'm seeing if somebody gonna put it in the comments. What type of spirit was on? So you looking at this scenario they put it on there quickly. Why run that? Why run that story like that? You don't realize what's happening. It's every year, shame the nation, put them out there, show them that they're savages, show them that they're lawless, show them that they're disobedient, every year, over and over again. So you folks that supposedly know the truth, that's why your light should be shining real hard on how you operate in all levels. On all levels. All right? If you're not shining your light to be a beacon, then what are you doing? That's why we said that last night. If you see somebody that's not doing anything, especially this year right here coming, back off of them. I wouldn't even ride in the car with them. I wouldn't ride in the car like, yo, sis, you putting in work? What work you talking about? Well, stay where you at. Stay where you at. You can take our warnings or not, but at the end of the day, the Most High is killing people. And the spirit of murder is on a lot of our people because of being in disobedient fashion. You're not knowing that, all right? Was y'all able to hear? It's low? I don't know. Maybe. Okay. Micah chapter 2. No, for the folks on the West Coast, they still lodged in the Sabbath. You folks in Hawaii, you still fresh in the Sabbath. 2 and 1.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Come on.
Woe to them that devise iniquity.
Come on.
And work evil upon their beds.
Come on.
When the morning is light, they practice it.
They practice it. Come on.
Because it is in the power of their hand.
So what tends to happen to our people is that they will devise wickedness and then go and accomplish it. So how does it start? It starts in your mind. It starts in what the Bible calls your heart. It starts in the mind. That's where the wickedness starts. And when you start to devise evil, what's stopping you from accomplishing? Because this world right here lends itself to you to just do all kind of things. Read on.
Verse 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence.
Come on.
And houses and take them away.
Come on.
So they oppress a man and his house.
So what makes you think Israel was doing this? What makes you think Esau's doing this now?
Mm-hmm.
We're getting judged for this, which makes you think Esau's not going to get judged for doing it on a high level. Come on.
Even a man
Come on.
and his heritage.
Come on.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil,
Come on.
from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil.
For this time is evil. Come on.
In that day,
Wait, who said he was? The Most High say he was going to devise it, and he said this time is evil. So by process in your mind, you should realize who's bringing the evil upon the earth. The Most High. Come on.
verse 4, in that day
Uh-huh.
shall one take up a parable against you, and lament with a doleful lamentation,
Come on.
and say, we be utterly spoiled. He have changed the portion of my people. How hath he removed it from me? Turning away, he have divided our fields. Therefore,
He has divided our fields. Turning away, he divided our fields. It's not divided to us. We're scattered. Come on.
verse 5, therefore thou shalt have none that shall cast a cord by lot in the congregation of the Lord.
So how do you cast a cord by lot in the congregation of the Lord? You're supposed to be able to understand who you are by your fathers. You're supposed to have some type of heritage passed down to you. But what's been passed down to us? Slavery, wickedness. A lot of y'all still believe you African. Yeah, a lot of people still believe that. A lot of y'all still believe that you are from South America or Caribbean. Some of y'all believe you white. That was the, remember, if you go back to think about childhood, going back from late 80s to early 90s, you would in school, people say, well, I got white in me.
Yep, sure enough.
You know, wow, you got some good hair. Yeah, you know, I got some white in me. Excuse me? You don't hear nobody saying that now. Heck no, bro, you got white in you? No, man. You know, I'm of the slaves. Yeah, I bet now truth start coming out, truth coming to the light. People like, nah. So, but understand, being disconnected from our heritage, a lot of wickedness is being propagated for our people. Okay, let's go to Matthew chapter 11. Verse 16.
St. Matthew, chapter 11 and verse 16. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows.
So we're still in the generation of the Lord what the Lord is talking about. He said, what I like in this generation is like children in a market calling their fellows. It's the same thing that we see over and over again. People love to be in places where, let's call it strip clubs, anywhere where a party is going on. You know, wherever it's going down, our people like to be there. Well, that is causing some problems, all right? And you can't say you have not heard, because go to Proverbs 1. We coming right back here. Go to Proverbs 1. Can't say you didn't hear. Yep.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 20. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, and the openings of the gates, in the city. She uttereth her words, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
So if you know that and see, wait a minute, I was walking past, getting ready to be in this with my crew, and you walk past, might have been a Foot Locker. Remember back in the day, we used to be at the Foot Lockers. Or it might be anywhere where people are selling. You brothers are posted up at marketplaces to where you see our people, you can reach out to them and say, hey, we're the Israelites, be careful. A lot of the dirt that happens to our people is going to happen from Friday night to Saturday night. What happens is a lot of deaths happen to our people. That's the highlight day that our people are getting judged. All right? When you look at all of these, we got to look at the clips. If you see, when did this stuff happen? Friday night, Saturday night, which should show you something. While they're getting ready and geared up, the Israelites are standing there saying, hey, listen, you better be careful. It's so many times you got a place over here, Shockoe Bottom, right? As many times brothers has went there at night. People walking back and forth, they're in the clubs, everything, warning them. Nobody took heed. Well, when brothers was like, well, you know what? We ain't going out there tonight. What happens? Woman get up in her car, drive through a bunch of folks, hit people. What happens? Somebody gets shot, get killed. Do you not understand the Most High's pattern? He send the watchman first. The warning go out first. That's mercy. That was mercy. But because time and chance. But because people don't, that works the same way in every aspect of your life. You operate in a weird way. The Most High, somebody might give you a phone call. Hey, how you doing, sis? I was just checking in on you. The Lord put it on my spirit. I had a dream. What kind? Excuse me. What? You had a dream? What kind of dream you had? It's crazy. That's your spiritual antenna to go, wait a minute, hold up. You had a dream. Let me start examining my situations and my goings right now. Could be the Lord's tapping me. If you're a spiritual person, but if you're a beast person, if you're a beast man or a beast woman, it don't make no difference. You're going to still continue to operate in your ways and get into your emotions. And don't get twisted about, I'm in the truth. Stop trying to use the truth as a hiding spot, as a place where you can hide from your emotions. You're supposed to operate in spirit and in truth. Don't try to use scriptures to hide. It just doesn't work. Because what will happen is you will start getting popped on your head real quick. Go back to Matthew. Yep.
St. Matthew, chapter 11 and verse 16. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows.
Hold that. Give me 2 Chronicles chapter 12. Matter of fact, 26 and 12. 2 Chronicles 26 and 12.
2 Chronicles chapter 26 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
The whole number of the chief of the fathers of the mighty men of valor were 2,600.
I'm going to see who can pick up on this, because you have the Israelites have a commission. The men have a commission. We have to go out to the highways and byways. We got to compel people to come We have to speak the words of the Most High. We have to do the works. And you sisters, you have to be a person that understands, oh, listen, I got to do the works in a righteous order. So we as Israelites have a full-on commission to be able to push Christ, to wake up the disobedient nation, to shine a light on it, all right, for them to see. Then the end's going to come, because that's promised to us, right? But then I made the comment because you have orders and you have a way where you cannot hide behind the truth. So I've seen it. We have sensed it because we're the holy people. We can sense things. A lot of you folks hide behind this book. Hide behind thinking that you're in truth. We're going to show you something. Pay attention to this. So you got all the mighty men. Come on, read on.
Verse 13. And under their hand was an army, 300,000 and 7,500 that made war with mighty power to help the king against the enemy.
So at this time we had an army. That's beautiful. Come on.
And Uzziah prepared for them throughout all the host shields and spears and helmets and hebrons and bows and slings to cast stones.
So so he was resourceful. I mean, he like in a position where he like, let's get the men mighty, let's get artillery and everything. Watch this. Come on.
Verse 15. And he made in Jerusalem engines invented by cunning men.
So in Jerusalem, that's why we have the smartest minds, but we're not utilizing it. All we want to know how to do is the new dance moves. We want to know what type of video game coming out. We want to know different, which new shoes coming out.
That's right.
How can I shine? You're not shining. Ain't nobody shining, man. I don't know how you shining in this. It feel good to be at the bottom, to have to ask for us to do things.
Right.
We can't put together our own space force. We can't take and say, let's get our situation together. We got our own hospital. We keep saying it. How are we going to be able to do it? Does it feel good not being able to accomplish this? Does it feel good that other nations are building their armies and we don't? We're not building anything. We don't have. Where's our armies? Where's our mighty men? Where's our women that can take a young woman and shine the light on her so that she can't be a whore? Or that she feel great about herself and don't feel like she have to look like the other nations. Or degrade herself. Where's all that at? Where's that academy? This man has the ability at this time, this is a nation together. Get our armies together. We're going to get shields, cunning men. That means that you had learned Israelites who knew exactly how to build. And if you have cunning men like that, the Spirit of the Lord has to be upon them. Meaning when you read in this, the Bezalel, the Lord showed us that Holy Ghost was upon him so that he knew how to devise certain things. Where's that at right now? What are we devising? Come on.
2 Chronicles chapter 26 and verse 15. And he made in Jerusalem engines invented by cunning men to be on the towers and upon the bulwarks, to shoot arrows and great stones withal. This is like a Gatling gun.
Yeah, it's like he got some. They made some high powered things,
right.
engines,
Right,
to be able to do this.
This is like,
Back then, this is highly inventive right there. You seen it on where they show it on movies a lot.
It's almost as if it's like a Gatling. Y'all ever seen a Gatling gun? It's kind of like this is what this kind of like an engine is able to shoot great stones and arrows withal, which means great quantities at one time. You got to picture this in your mind. And his name spread far abroad, for he was marvelously helped till he was strong.
So he was marvelously helped till he was strong. That show you it's this nation don't run off of no one person, man. The Lord is had them himself called the apostles, disciples. When he comes, he got the armies of Israel with him. Come on.
Verse 16. But when he was strong, his heart was lifted up to his destruction.
But when he was strong, his heart was lifted up to his destruction. Pride. You think you know something. You think you're doing something. They go before destruction. How you gonna be a prideful nation? Just because you might be the person that the Lord used. Just let them shine. Very successful in their career, have things, have money. That's what people equate to success. Right. Everything. You might be that person. And what that would do is allow your pride to be lifted up. We know what's going to happen. Come on.
For he transgressed.
Let's see how he transgressed, though. Come on.
Against the Lord his God.
Come on.
And went into the temple of the Lord to burn incense upon the altar of incense.
You aren't supposed to do that. That's not your job.
That's not your office.
That's not even your office. But you just, it's because of pride, you get in an delusional state, man. You get lifted. You get puffed up.
That's like you mess around and hit the lottery. You get big money, and all of a sudden you the self-proclaimed leader of Israel now. Look at all this I got. I got the money. Now I'm gonna be the top dog, and then the Most High can smack you.
And also show you that there's the Most High set people up for order's sake.
Mm-hmm.
We did not you better respect the elders of other congregations, man.
Right.
They're not set right there for no reason. Everybody's playing their parts. So you have to have respect. That's what's lacking in Israel, respect. But it doesn't make no difference. The Lord now, there's a problem he went in there to burn incense. Now, that could seem like something small, but let's read on.
Verse 17. And Azariah, the priest, went in after him.
There you go. It's always somebody who can come. The Most High will utilize somebody to correct. Somebody will have a spirit on them where they like, you know what, let me warn this person and let me correct. Mm-hmm. That's what's missing in the nation. Those deaths happen. Somebody's warned them, hey, man, don't be partying on no New Year's. That's not the real day. There's Israelites all over these places. I picked the cities where I know Israelites were at, where I know a bunch of Israelites was at. We're in those cities. Other Israelite groups are in the cities. You might just be walking, going shop on any random day, and you'll run into a bunch of Israelites standing there teaching. Might not teach the same doctrine, but at the end of the day, we was talking about it the other day. At least they teaching you to come out of America. I know that's right. Yeah, you hearing a word. Come on.
Verse 17. And Azariah the priest went in after him, and with him 80 priests of the Lord.
Other priests came, come on.
That were violent men.
Was mighty men. Honorable men. This is where the problem is at. Watch this, come on.
Verse 18. And they withstood Uzziah, the king.
Come on.
And said unto him, it appertaineth not unto thee.
This is not your job. Read.
Uzziah,
come on,
to burn incense unto the Lord.
Come on.
But to the priests, the sons of Aaron.
Come on.
That are consecrated to burn incense.
So that are consecrated to burn. It was their job. They understood, listen, this is our part that we're playing. It is not for you to do this. Who name does this, and whoever's studying, who does this remind you of? Give me the name. Let me see who's going to say it. I give you 10 seconds. I give you 10 seconds. Who does this remind y'all of?
10, 9.
Ooh,
Somebody
that boy Eutychus.
He got it?
He quick on his draw. Saul.
Yep.
Yes. Saul. Excellent job.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you step out of your boundaries? Why would you do that? Because, number one, you never understood one word. One word. Order.
Mm-hmm.
That shows you if somebody can be operating in what they believe is the truth, but you got to order, then you're going to get smacked. Let's read on.
Go out of the sanctuary, for thou hast trespassed. Neither shall it be for thine honor from the Lord God.
So you trespass, meaning you are in the midst of sin. So being out of order puts you in the midst of sin. This is why we always, you don't realize it because you're unlearned, but we always say, even for you, especially for you folks that are married, maintain order within your gates. If you are I'm gonna put it in this position right here. If a married person's, if a woman's husband come to us and be like, yo, I don't let nobody talk to my wife. I got to get her together, man. I don't want nobody talking to her. I'm like, all praises to the Most High, bro.
Right.
Handle your business. Go ahead.
Right.
If somebody be like, forget that, I don't care about that, I'm just gonna talk to her.
Damn.
That's hella disrespectful. You have now usurped this man's authority, usurped his order. This is what's wrong with the nation. When you want to fix the nation, learn order. You learn order, everything's you fix. They did bust into the Capitol, didn't they? But because of order, because of law and order, they was able to subdue them, wasn't they? They would subdue them back because of law and order. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why. Had the military and the police and the governmental officials bypassed law and order and said, oh, you know what? The people, they need to speak. The people need to do this. Then the Capitol building is burnt down. Then the next spot would be the White House. After the White House is burnt down, then the next spot is your house.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's why this man, he operates in a whole different level. But you're so ignorant, you don't realize this place right here took how laws govern and judgment and took it from the Bible. A lot of the things that they're doing is from the Bible. A lot. Look it up. Don't believe us. Look it up. But if you have that order, that structure, that's why you sisters looking, I want a watchman. I want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
You better make sure you know what you're doing because that man has that power because he's the lead and he's the head. He has that power to shut you completely down. Once he says that, you're not going to get me to come out of order. I'll cut you off completely. Nah, this bro come to me. Yeah, I don't want anybody to talk to her. Oh, thank you, sir. You're going to have to let me know something after that. I'm done. Because I'm going to respect order to the highest level. I'm not going to disrespect you. Period. You ain't going to make me do it. But because that's your gates and that's how your authority and your order is. But we seeing in the Most High's house, his own structure, he got order. Even though this man was able to have the spirit on him to have cunning works and everybody helping, but you come out of order, you're gonna get smacked now.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. Let me equate it because the ladies don't even understand that, but they're gonna understand this one. Right. If you are a woman and you have a child, and you go to anybody and say, let's say you go to another sister, say, hey, that my child is on punishment. I don't want no other kids playing with them. I don't want nobody talking to him. He on punishment. And then I come to your house and you tell me he on punishment and everything else. And I say, you know what? I ain't worried about her. Let me go ahead on and bring my child in, play with them, I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to take him to Chuck E. Cheese. I'm going to do all the kind of stuff. What your little simple mind going to think? I bet you come unglued. That's the same level of authority. The husband, the wife, then the children. Don't be silly. So if you understand that, then you should be understanding, oh, wait a minute, this supreme order. We understand. We are men in law and order ourselves. We follow laws and order to the T. But because even though you might think, because some of y'all knew, even though you might not even understand certain things that we're following, is because of law and order. You wouldn't even understand it because you might be new.
Even within an organizational structure, right? And just to let you know, even with us, we don't just do things outside of the order. You know what I'm saying? With leadership, I mean, like some things may come up to me. I'm going to let leadership. Now, I'm not going to just be self-willed. I mean, it's out of respect because you have to believe the Most High set this up. Once you understand and believe that, I'm talking about you have to believe that, you won't go outside of it. But when you start thinking, well, you know what, I don't give a damn about this. I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. Then it's going to be chaos because you don't show the structure and the order of how you don't respect it. So once you respect it and you respect the men that the Lord set up, you won't have chaos behind it because you look at this man, you said, this is the man of the Lord. I'm not going to go outside of that.
It spawns great confusion. That's why you don't want to fall with Babylon. You want to always, Babylon's going to fall because it doesn't have order. Babylon means confusion. Mm-hmm. So it's going to fall because of the confusion, because of lack of order, because of the illusion of order. There's an illusion. That's what y'all saw on the 6th. You've seen an illusion. Oh, we about law and order, but we're not about law and order to certain people. Let's read on.
2 Chronicles, chapter 26 and verse 19. Then Uzziah was wroth.
Oh, so now he got mad. You got corrected on the right way by the priests who were consecrated, and you get wroth. Now you mad. That's Israel. You know this only see, because you're not realizing your little mind don't really equate the Bible with reality. Mm-hmm. This is our people. Mm-hmm. Soon as you get corrections going forward, this is righteous correction. The priests, a bunch of priests in there correcting them. Out of respect, now he mad. Let's see if they care if he mad.
He think because he the king though.
Yeah, he think it's me. Okay, come on.
Then Uzziah was wroth and had a censer in his hand to burn incense. And while he was wroth with the priests,
he still have the censer in his hand trying to burn incense. Okay, come on.
The leprosy.
The what?
The leprosy.
Oh, because of disrespect. Why did leprosy hit him? Because of disrespect. Remember, what story you thinking about right now? What story y'all thinking about? Miriam. Mm-hmm. There you go. Miriam. Because of disrespect, that seemed like the Most High's prime weapon. Turn they behind white. Lord, no, please. I'm an Israelite. Turn him as one dead. Turn him as one dead. So now he got this. Imagine being rebuked, being corrected by righteous brothers. All these priests in there saying, "Hey, yo, don't do this. This is not your office." You get mad, and you still got the censer in your hand. Okay, come on, little angry self.
He said, and while he was wroth with the priest,
come on,
the leprosy even rose up in his forehead.
Not Aaron. Aaron wasn't the one that was turned like that. Come on.
Before the priest in the house of the Lord, from beside the incense altar. And Azariah, the chief priest, and all the priests looked upon him. And behold, he was leprous in his forehead. And they thrust him out from thence. Yea, himself hasted also to go out because the Lord had smitten him.
So he realized the Lord just hit my behind. I got to leave. Dude, but here's the thing. Here's the crazy part. So we always take the Bible and we equate it to today, because had we had a temple and somebody was simple and did that, the Lord would have plagued them. Then you can see it and you can operate like, wait a minute, man, the Lord hit him. So how do you equate that today? Because the Lord said he returned to his place till we acknowledge our offense, right? So if that's the case, how do we equate this to today? There you go. Sickness, disease, murders, plagued in the mind, plagued of the heart, all the emotions, every single thing now is hitting us because of being out of order. Lack of understanding, lack of knowledge. Read on, read again.
The book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 26 and verse 20. And Azariah the chief priest and all the priests looked upon him, and behold, he was leprous in his forehead. And they thrust him out from thence. Yea, himself hasted also to go out, because the Lord had smitten him.
Come on.
And Uzziah the king was a leper until the day of his death.
So he didn't just get hit like, Miriam at least was like, let her stay without the camp. We'll wait for her. May the Lord heal her. Because of this, it hit him into his death. Pure judgment. Can you imagine that? Come on.
And dwelt in a several house, being a leper.
Being a leopard. Come on.
For he was cut off from the house of the Lord. And Jotham his son was over the king's house.
So being a leopard, remember in our law, when you read in Leviticus, now they realize, he underneath a plague. He got to be cut off. Whose judgment was that? Most High put the judgment on him. And now, guess what's the ironic portion about why the Most High put the judgment on him? The priests themselves had to institute it. Remember, because if you had leprosy, supposed to go to the priest, supposed to look upon you, say, okay. So the priests themselves, the very priests that he was trying to usurp the authority, the Lord had them to look upon him and say, this judgment on him, he ain't even healed. That means continually. What y'all reading in the book that seems quick, it's not quick. That means that could have been week by week they went in, he's unclean. Continually into his death. Because he wanted to be over them. Can you imagine that? Then the Most High just plagued them with, it could have been anything. He could have hit them with hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids. No, he could have hit him with anything. But what he hit him with was separate him from Israel. Damn. Because of being out of order. And allow the people that he tried to usurp to place the judgment on him. I don't know if y'all even see this stuff. I don't know if you even reading the Bible. Come on.
Judging the people of the land.
Come on.
Now the rest of the acts of Uzziah, first and last, did Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amos, write.
Come on.
So Uzziah slept with his fathers.
He ain't never say he was healed of it, did it?
Nope.
He slept with his fathers. Come on.
And they buried him with his fathers in the field of the burial, which belongeth to the kings. For they said he is a leper.
For they said he is a leopard. Come on.
And Jotham his son reigned in his stead.
Now, for you advanced studies, you folks that advancedly studying, think about the leopard. Think about Christ. Think about what needs to be redeemed. Think about what needs to be redeemed. You folks in advanced studies, that he needed his mind, his actions, what he did needs to be redeemed. He got redeemed. All right. Just as much as Naaman. That's for another topic. Go back to Matthew 11. It should have jarred something in y'all minds, though. Y'all minds should have said, "Oh, snap." Those who on those advanced studies. Yes, sir.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 11 and verse 16.
Come on.
But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows.
So, still in a mind state of wanting to be something, sitting in the markets, calling their fellows, wanting to be seen, wanting to be some, trying to live the life. Oh, you know what? It's a car show. Let's all hit it. Oh, yeah? Okay. Come on.
Or it's all going down. Let's run to the Capitol, brother, and set up camp. I have to say that. Got to go, guys. We got to be in the midst of it. Okay.
Just like the Charlottesville, John.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, we got to be there. Okay. All right. Go up there and deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 17. And saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
So when it says we have piped unto you, you did not dance, man. That means the words are being taught to the people, not to be seen, not to be, oh, we are in order of over you or whatever. We're doing it in order because the Lord sent us out to do it in a righteous order, in a righteous way. All right? You can't bypass that, but the Lord said we piped and you didn't dance. Come on.
It says, saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
Piped into you and you're not dancing. Meaning you're not listening, you're not following, you're not trying to learn. Come on.
Verse 18. For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he hath a devil.
See, that goes to show you the mind of our people wholeheartedly. Hate authority, hate order, hate the truth, hate somebody correcting, all kind of stuff. Because what? They go, they reverse it. You got the devil. Yeah, you're in a cult. Y'all evil. Y'all the evil ones. How does that work? But Proverbs 17, verse 7, we ain't going to be too much longer.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 17 and verse 7. Excellent speech becometh not a fool.
So put down in your notes, don't listen to a dummy. Just put it in your notes. Excellent speech becometh not a fool. Just, you cannot, listen, you got to guard your spirit, man. Especially you, some of you sisters got a real, this is why we trying to move exclusively a little bit away from social media. Mine is just doing the classes and stuff, because you got to guard what you're putting into your spirit. You might read something and read it the wrong way, and it bothers you. You be bothered for like 2 days, 3 days. You don't even really understand what was even being said. But that's social media for you. Just keep dealing with it. Keep being simple. Excellent speech becometh not a fool. Come on.
Much less do lying lips a prince.
So for a prince, meaning a person who's supposed to be returning back to Israel, a man who has returned back, it's your responsibility to tell people the truth, no matter whether they like it, they might get emotional, or whatever the case may be. It makes no difference. You have to be able to tell the truth, all right? Whether they're rebels, matter of fact, go to number 17 and 10. Number 17 and 10. Watch this. Number 17 and 10.
The book of Numbers. The book of Numbers, chapter 17 and verse 10.
Talking about priests and stuff, right? Come on.
And the Lord said unto Moses,
Come on.
bring Aaron's rod again before the testimony.
So remember they said they were with Aaron, right? They was of that order. He said do what?
He says, bring Aaron's rod again before the testimony.
They missed it.
Let me read it again. bring Aaron's rod again before the testimony.
Bring Aaron's rod again before the testimony. Who's the testimony? Right. Testimony is Christ. Revelations what? 19 and 10. Excellent. Come on.
To be kept for a token against the rebels.
So, wait a minute. We know that the testimony is of Christ. He's going to be that rod of iron. It says it's a what?
To be kept for a token against the rebels.
So Christ is against the rebels, man. Christ is going to be about order. He ain't for the rebels. How you going to be out of order? That's why even for your first church, it starts within your gates. The way you run it, the way you put forth order, the way you have the structure. It's very critical and it's very important because that's what's out of order. You see that man killed those 2 kids and shot himself. Couldn't have been a spirit of Christ. Couldn't be order. Had to be a rebel. Now she's sitting there crying, but I bet in the grand scheme of it all, a lot of ladies place themselves in that situation. They don't know how to even get out of it. We can show you how not to even get in that situation from the start if you read the Bible. If you understand Christ and you will start to apply it. You will know, oh, this little buckethead guy trying to talk to me. Because what's going to happen is I deal with him. I have a kid. He's not established. He don't have anything. He could just run off. But why is it, if that can happen, why is it that so many of our ladies end up pregnant with kids that, husband not even with them? Thug daddy. Let's just start talking about it. Because inherently, we have warriors. Like our women they mock them. And, Wonder Woman? Y'all don't even realize that's mocked after y'all. You don't even know that. You're supposed to be the warrior princess of the earth. Beautiful, but yet deadly. But because you still got that facade, beautiful and deadly, but you just turned the poison on your own people. Because you ain't realizing, oh, I got to operate righteously. This guy's real. I love him. This guy's so fine. Let him talk to me. Oh, you know what? He's so handsome and everything else. Oh, you know what? Let me listen to what he have to say. Man's talking about nothing but garbage. And this is how you know. Because you might be like, I was looking at a commercial and I saw the Cheesecake Factory and everything else. And he listening to you. So, oh, yeah, I like the Cheesecake Factory too. Then you hear his phone go mute like this. I don't really like no damn Cheesecake Factory. but this is one of my dimes I'm dealing with. So, we're going to put it together. And your simple behind fall for it all the time. Y'all fall for some crazy stuff because you let people get in your ears. And then all of a sudden, you come out on the other end of the judgment, and it be bad because you left holding the bag, literally. The sack. Ain't a baby in the sack, they said to you? They pull the baby out of the sack. Read it again. I'm trying to speak knowledge to you.
The book of Numbers, chapter 17 and verse 10. And the Lord said unto Moses, bring Aaron's rod again before the testimony.
I think we expose people on the chat about their little schemes and stuff with the Cheesecake Factory.
Right.
The Cheesecake Factory looks like a designer guy. You look like you're doing something. Let's take it to look upscale. Look real upscale until you look at the menu.
Exactly.
Yeah, it looked like you're in the upper echelon. Like he did. It looked like he really did something great for you.
That's right, girl. Mama, I took you to the Cheesecake Factory. Remember that?
No, that's what they telling their homegirls. He took me to the cheesecake because they all nosy in the grand scheme of it.
Right.
Went out with this guy. Let me see what's going on. See if she called me. Text. What happened? He took me to the Cheesecake Factory. He pulled this chair out and, let me sit down first and everything. Yes. Then what? Read it again. That's you don't ever realize. What you're doing, you don't realize it. You're leading down the road to become wonton or to become rebellious. The same thing with the men. You just after the portion of lust. This is what Babylon has taught everybody.
Yep.
Try it out. Test out. Test out. You might not like him, girl. Shut your simple behind up. Now, the baby. What the little kids say? The little song they say, "You ugly, you're your daddy's son."
Mm-hmm.
That's what you ended up with. Now what? That means your daddy ugly too. Read it again for the rebellious ones.
The book of Numbers, chapter 17 and verse 10. I'm laughing at this one.
No, it's okay. You can talk. That's what they teaching. That's these little kids.
You're right.
Dancing and doing all kind of stuff. Half the people got to go, man. 2/3 got to go.
Damn.
Come on.
Numbers chapter 17, verse 10. And the Lord said unto Moses, bring Aaron's rod again before the testimony, to be kept for a token against the rebels.
Against the rebels. Come on.
And thou shalt quite away their murmurings from me, that they die not.
You hear that? So murmuring, complaining, not really understanding the order, not trying to be a righteous example to a nation of people who are lawless and disobedient, that's whose fault that is. It ain't none other than yourself. You can blame it on nobody. Let's go to John chapter 15. Then I'm going to be done. And verse 16. 15, 16, folks. So we got the rod of the testimony, which is Christ. It's now before us. We have the ability to obtain it. But how you going to do that if you're not in righteous order? Come on.
St. John, chapter 15 and verse 16. Ye have not chosen me.
So the Lord said, ye have not chosen me. Come on.
But I.
But what?
But I.
Read.
Have chosen you.
Have chosen you. This is the reason why you have to be if you in your right mind, you got to be the light. You can't be the children of disobedience. Come on.
And ordain you.
Come on.
That ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain.
Come on.
That whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name.
Oh, come on.
He may give it you.
Hold this. We're going to come right back. Go to Haggai 1 and 6. If this is the case, why is this happening to our people? Haggai 1 and 6, and we coming right back.
The book of Haggai. Some of y'all don't know what Haggai is. Might have to help you out. It's right after Zephaniah. Very short book. Let me see.
We are live also on our Discord page. That's going to come in handy in some levels because at some point we will be clicking off social media and still leaving our live on Discord on our page over there. All right, bear with us. We still getting that mechanism up more efficiently, but at some point we'll be able to do that, and that way we won't get censored so much. Yeah, we won't get censored so much as we keep going. All right, let's read it.
The book of Haggai, chapter 1, verse 6. Ye have sown much.
Come on.
And bring in little.
Ye have sown much and bring in little. Come on.
Ye eat.
Come on.
But ye have not enough.
Come on.
Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
Come on.
Ye clothe you, but there is none warned.
Come on.
And he that earneth wages to be put into a bag with holes.
So this, a lot of brothers pull this in organizations. We, everybody pull this to show how, we're working and we're trying to get ahead, and only thing it seems like you're doing is going backwards. The reason this is because we're not doing it together. 100%, that's it. If we all came together in order and decided to build something, we would have no doubt that we can build it. If we all came together and just say, you know what, let's build something. If Israel came together and was like, you know what, the government gave us stimulus money. Okay, we know the pitfalls of this money is going to disappear like that. Let's be smart and now build something that we can see throughout the ages. That would be, I don't care if it was a museum. I don't care what it is. Something. Why are we not smart? Why are we not building? Why are we not doing this? Because we are falling with Babylon. We are falling with this place. You have to understand that. Instead of having something tangible, there's 2 new strands now out. We warned you. Before they said it, we warned you. We were hearing it because the watchman ears we to the streets. So we were hearing they can't stop this here. They can't stop that there. There's another. They're saying that something else is happening. Something is taking, and now COVID is touching liver. That's what's going on. It's touching people's livers, and we don't understand what's going on. It's saturating lungs and all kind of stuff. And Most High keep Israel safe, man. You got touched with that, you have to actually start really looking at it. Go, okay, well, the Lord is testing my faith. The Lord is testing my faith. All right. Last night we was talking about it because you got to really start to understand the mechanisms behind it, because faith does not mean that, I shouldn't be wearing a mask. What it really should show you is that you cannot tempt the Lord, man. Tempt the Lord if you want to. Jump off the building. Surely if Christ would have jumped off that building, I guarantee his foot would have never touched the ground. But why would he do such a thing to tempt the Lord? Doesn't make sense. You know the Most High is putting this stuff out there. Reality does not exist without the Most High. You better watch out. So I posed the question. I said, why did Uriah the Hittite, after David commanded him to go out, stay in, then he went out to the war, and David put him on the front line, and the Most High allowed him to die? Got an order from David. David was being wicked, sinful, sleeping with this man's wife, and then give Uriah the Hittite the order to go out to the front line. Yeah, you know you the king. But guess what? His problem was he should have examined. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding has to be applied. He has to examine. Because he didn't examine, he went out to war. Then the Most High removed him from the evil to come. Remove him out of the way, because imagine you being a warrior of Israel. You come back home, you see, oh, dang, the king done slept with my wife, got a child coming, everything. Do you realize that could have tore that man to pieces, removed him? He could have become an enemy of Israel. The Lord said, let him die in glory. Let him die in the war. But had he didn't examine, it could have possibly still happened, but be examining all things and having wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. With that testimony, you can make it through anything. But not understanding order is where the problem is at with the nation. Learn something. Let's go back to John 15. Yep.
St. John, chapter 15 and verse 16.
Uh-huh.
Ye have not chosen me.
Come on.
But I have chosen you.
Come on.
And ordained you.
Come on.
That ye should go and bring forth fruit.
Come on.
And that your fruit shall remain.
Come on.
That whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name.
Come on.
He may give it you.
So if you operating in this, you're not going to be having holes in the bag, man. We got to learn how to operate together as a unit. That's the only way we're going to make it. We have to gather ourselves together. Think that just written for no reason? Read.
These things
Come on.
I command you.
No, he didn't command it. He just basically talking.
These things I command you.
The Lord said, I command you, read.
That ye
Come on.
love one another.
Come on.
If the world hate you,
Come on.
you know that it hated me before it hated you.
This world hates us, man. That's why it loves you to see you twerking and being out of order. That's why it loves the men to see a man looking baby-faced and talking soft. Being at the bottom, not wanting to stir the pot. Because soon as you do, everybody looks upon you differently and they hate you. When you receive your rightful orders. When you fall in line. Read.
Verse 17. If ye were of the world,
Come on.
the world would love his own.
Don't you see that? And they receiving damnation because of it. Read.
But because ye are not of the world,
Come on.
but I have chosen you out of the world.
Come on.
Therefore, the world hateth you.
Therefore, the world hateth you. Come on.
Remember the
Do
word.
what? Do what?
Remember the word
Remember the word. Read.
that I said unto you.
Come on.
The servant.
The what?
The servant.
Come on.
Is not greater than his Lord.
Never. You got to remain in order. You got to follow Christ. The servant is not greater than his Lord. Read.
If they have persecuted me,
Come on.
they will also persecute you.
All praises to the Most High because we following Christ. We're going right to that persecution boldly, just like when you read in the Maccabees, man. Even a woman with the 7 sons went to that persecution boldly, manly stomach, standing bold for the words of the Most High. Read.
If they have kept my saying,
Come on.
they will keep yours also.
You hear that? They kept my saying. They're going to keep you have a testimony against this place. Read.
But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake.
Come on.
Because they know not him that sent me.
They know not him that sent me. Everybody can say, oh, God bless you. Most High in Christ bless. In God we trust. They don't know the highest power. Read.
Verse 22. If I had not come
on,
and spoken unto them,
here's the key. Come on.
They had not had sin.
You would have not had the ability to really understand. Mm-hmm. You would have just been left in your own little world for your own devices. Come on.
But now.
But what?
But now,
come on.
They have no cloak for their sin.
For your hatred, for your disobedience, for your ways that you don't like order, for your lawless behavior, for your ways that you like the United Snakes of America. You have no cloak for it now. You love this place, it's going to show all on you. It's going to be all in your spirit because you hate order. And because you hate order, I promise you, when the Lord releases holy angels, you will fall with this place. You will fall with Babylon. The book of Acts, chapter 5, and verse 29.
The book of Acts, chapter 5, and verse 29.
Come on.
Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
We're going to follow the Most High rather than man any day, all right? Make sure you following the Most High in order. Make sure you're doing that, okay? Because if you're not following the Most High in order, guess what? You're not even in the truth. And judgment can fall upon you, all right? All praises to the Most High in Christ. You folks, make sure you hit the website. We've got the link of the Discord in there. If you want to jump on a Discord, all right, we have the link in there. You folks can jump on that. It's biblical questions in there and everything, all right? Make sure you ask your questions and get your questions in so you can know how to operate. Sign up on the website. Lord's will, we getting you. We putting you to the right spots, the consulates, and everything else to be able to fully acclimate you to learning the truth, okay? All praises to the Most High in Christ. You folks do not have to stop reading the Bible, but continue to read, continue to send up the prayers. And with that, we say, shalom, y'all.
Shalom.